Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello, this video will give you summary of the poem Birches written by Robert Frost. First of all, let's have a brief introduction to the poem. Birches by Robert Frost, written in 1913, is a reflective poem that explores themes of nature, imagination, and the transient nature of life. The poem is divided into two parts. The first part describes the speaker's observations of bent birch trees, which he attributes to ice storms. In the second part, the speaker reflects on his own experiences as a boy swinging on birch trees and contemplates the escapism and renewal offered by these moments in nature. Overall, the poem delves into the complexities of reality, fantasy, and the human connection to the natural world. Let us now look at the summary. In the first lines, the speaker sees bent birch trees mixed with straight and dark ones. He likes to imagine a boy swinging on these bent birches, giving a sense of playful nostalgia. This thought connects human experiences with nature's beauty, revealing the speaker's enjoyment of seeing the world in a whimsical way. The speaker talks about how swinging on birch trees temporarily bends them, unlike the lasting effect of ice storms. Ice storms make the branches bend and stay that way. The speaker vividly describes the aftermath of an ice storm, with birches covered in ice on a sunny winter morning. The branches make clicking sounds and look colorful due to the play of light on the ice. The wind adds movement, creating cracked patterns like crazed enamel, enhancing the scene visually and auditorily. The speaker then describes what happens when the sun warms up birch trees covered in ice. The sunlight makes the frozen parts break and fall to the snowy ground like broken glass. The speaker compares the fallen ice to heaps of broken glass, emphasizing its fragility. He also uses a simile, saying it is like the inner dome of heaven fell, to highlight the spectacular and almost heavenly nature of the event, as if something divine occurred when the ice layers fell from the trees. Then the speaker describes what happens after ice-covered birch trees shed their icy layers. The fallen pieces, like broken glass, are carried to withered furnace by the weight of the fallen ice. Despite appearing strong, if the birch trees are bent for a long time, they don't fully straighten up again. Years later, their trunk is still bent in the woods, with branches trailing leaves on the ground. The speaker compares this to girls tossing their hair in the sun on hands and knees, creating a vivid image that suggests a lasting impact similar to how life's experiences can affect people or nature. Then the speaker takes a break from birch trees and ice storms to talk about truth, seen as an interruption. The speaker prefers the idea of a boy playfully bending birches rather than them being bent by a powerful force like an ice storm. Imagining a boy in the countryside naturally bending birches while doing everyday tasks, like bringing cows, contrasts with the destructive impact of an ice storm. The speaker values the genuine and human connection in the boy's interaction with nature, emphasizing play as a positive force in shaping the environment. The mention of a boy too far from town to learn baseball highlights the simplicity and self-discovery in the boy's play. The speaker tells how a boy slowly tames his father's trees by riding them down multiple times, likely swinging on their bendable branches. This makes the trees more flexible and less stiff. The positive outcome is that none of the trees remain rigid. They all hang loosely. The boy has mastered the skill of not starting too early, showing a good balance in his play without causing harm to the trees. Climbing to the top branches carefully, like filling a cup without spilling, highlights the boy's skill and precision in dealing with the birch trees. The speaker then describes how a boy joyfully swings down from a birch tree, expressing a sense of fun and freedom. The speaker then reveals that he used to be a swinger of birches too, sharing similar experiences with the boy and feeling nostalgic about those carefree moments. The lines express the speaker's longing to go back to the happy and simple times of childhood, highlighting the theme of finding comfort and renewal in memories and dreams of innocent and playful experiences with nature. Then the speaker talks about feeling tired and burdened by life's challenges. He expresses being weary of considerations, indicating weariness from dealing with heavy thoughts. Life is likened to a confusing journey, wandering through a forest without a clear path, conveying a sense of being lost and overwhelmed. The description of a face burning with cobwebs suggests discomfort, as if life's difficulties are entangling. The mention of an eye weeping from a twig slash adds a layer of physical and emotional pain, capturing a moment when the speaker feels drained and emotionally stranded. The speaker expresses a desire for a temporary break from the challenge of life on earth. It is not a permanent departure but a brief escape to gain a different perspective. The speaker imagines leaving earth and returning to start anew, emphasizing the need for a fresh start. However, there is a careful tone suggesting a concern that fate might misunderstand the wish, potentially leading to a permanent departure instead of a temporary respite. Despite the hardships, the speaker acknowledges the importance of earth for love and meaningful human connections. The speaker then dreams of a spatial adventure. Imagining climbing a birch tree towards heaven, the speaker seeks a connection with something greater or spiritual. The idea is to climb so high that the tree can't hold the weight, creating a moment of weightlessness and descent, like a cycle of going up and returning to the earth. The speaker believes this experience would be positive and enriching both in the ascent and descent. The overall message emphasizes the value of engaging with nature, especially by swinging on birch trees, as it brings joy and refreshment.